Hi friend, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. In case the link isn't working, simply copy and paste the link into your web browser, hit enter, and you're good to go. Now let's jump into today's news. News headline: Trouble at U.S. Space Force as multi-billion-dollar program canceled. News details: The U.S. Space Force, a part of the U.S. military that focuses on protecting America's interests in space, has decided to stop a costly program. This program aimed to create a secret military communications satellite. The decision to end the project by Northrop Grumman, the company working on it, was due to rising expenses, problems with developing its important parts, and delays in its schedule. This news was reported by Bloomberg, which cited official documents and sources familiar with the choice. Last month, the CFO of Northrop, David Keffer, hinted at the cancellation during a financial call. He mentioned a drop in sales in the space division, partly because of changes in government priorities affecting a classified project. This cancellation report comes after the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner, urged the Biden administration to reveal information about what he sees as a significant threat to national security. This threat was later linked to Russian intentions to put nuclear weapons into space. According to reports from ABC News and the New York Times, sources who were not named mentioned that the security issue highlighted by Turner might involve Russia planning to put a nuclear anti-satellite weapon into space. They also mentioned that U.S. allies had been informed about this intelligence, but the alleged Russian capability was still being developed and not an immediate danger. Hans Christensen, who directs the Nuclear Information Project at the Federation of American Scientists, stated that Russia has been conducting various tests with satellites that can move around, possibly to interfere with other satellites. Christensen also cautioned that putting nuclear weapons in space would break the rules of the 1967 Outer Space Treaty. He suggested that Russia's supposed threat to deploy such weapons might be a tactic to pressure the U.S. and its allies into stopping their military assistance to Ukraine. However, these reports indicate a growing interest among military forces worldwide in disrupting space communications and creating space-based weapons. David Burbach, a professor specializing in national security affairs at the U.S. Naval War College, has described the conflict between Russia and Ukraine as potentially the first conflict involving space from both sides, suggesting it could signify future trends. The decision to stop the $841 million Northrop Grumman program, labeled as a termination of convenience by the Pentagon, was reportedly led by Frank Colvelli, who serves as the Air Force's Assistant Secretary for Space Acquisition. Earlier this month, Frank Kendall, the Secretary of the Air Force, introduced a 24-point plan to reshape both the Air Force and the Space Force. The goal is to maintain superiority in these areas and to better prepare the services to prevent and, if needed, succeed in an era marked by intense competition among major powers. Space Force officials stated that investments in space capabilities have significantly enhanced operations across all other domains. They emphasized that the U.S. military's agility, connectivity, information gathering, precision, and combat effectiveness have all improved due to its effective utilization of space resources. One of the key objectives of this restructuring is to establish Space Force readiness standards that reflect operations in challenging conditions, rather than assuming a benign environment. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.